Good morning, everybody. My name is Mike at Filmboy24, and today it's time for round number 27 of Found Film, where we find it, process it, scan it, and, well, show it to you. That's right, round number 27. Now, what is found film? If you're new to my channel, found film is it's a roll of film that was presumably shot many years ago, left in a camera or in a camera bag or in a storage facility. Essentially, any roll of film that was shot that would probably have otherwise ended up in the landfill if we didn't rescue it. I get them from a myriad of different sources. I get them online usually, and most of the time I actually have to pay for them, but a lot of times I get really good deals because I appeal to their good nature, the seller, and we work out a deal, and I give them my channel name, and I sometimes mention them on my channel, and blah, 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 blah. Well, this particular roll, I talked about it a couple found films ago, but we haven't tried any from this particular batch. Now, this batch hails from, this was an eBay batch, and I got a really good deal on it, and it hails from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. I got 28 rolls in total. This is most of them right here. We'll talk about that one in just a second. This is most of the rolls right here, packaged up, ready to go. They've all been previously exposed by someone, don't know who. And 99% of them, I think there's only one somewhere in here or somewhere in the batch. Maybe there was two, I can't remember, that were Ektachrome. So most of them are all of the Ektachrome 160 type G. I think they're all type G. There may be a type A. Yeah, there's a couple type A's in here as well. The roll we're going to do today is an Ektachrome 160 type G film. It's really old. Usually you can tell by the little rectangle on the front here. This one's blue and it's got the gold text. And it doesn't say process EM26 on it, which they started doing later. Well, I actually know when this particular roll of film was manufactured per Kodak's own website. You see, there's edge codes on most rolls of Kodak film. At least there was many years ago. Nowadays, they still put some wording, but they don't always put a code to denote the manufacturer year. The code on the edge of this particular roll was a circle. And a circle, per Kodak's website, means that this roll of film was manufactured in 1976. I'm going to put this particular roll of film at being shot somewhere in 76, 77. Most of the time, when people would buy a roll of film, most of the time, I know there's exceptions to rules, and every rule has a different bag. But for the most part, when people bought a roll of film, especially in the 70s or the 80s, they would shoot it. I know I did. So that's what we got up to bat. Now, I processed this roll of film in my standard for Ektachrome 160 type film, and that's HC110B formula. I do it at around, it's usually between 66 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I go a little colder if the film's a little older, like this roll. So I think I did this one at around 67 degrees. Quon't dope me on that, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think it was around 67, yeah. That's Lig Patent. My uncle taught me Lig Patent. It's a backwards pig Latin. Anyway, so I did it for 7 minutes, and then I also just rinsed it and fixed it for another 7 minutes at about the same temperature in regular Kodak powder fixer. This does have a nasty, disgusting remjet, and my remjet removal formula is very simple. It's a mixture of sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate. I've used that for the last few years and it works great for me. And then I hung it to dry and I scanned it on my Movie Stuff Retro Scan Universal Mark I unit at 2K. So before we get into the film, I do want to show you very quickly a little montage of exactly how I process this film. And I do that in my UPB, my Lomo UPB 1A processing tank. If you're interested in learning how to use a Lomo UPB 1A tank, I did a video on it, and I'll put a link up here somewhere so that you can check it out. Here's the little montage. If you don't want to watch it, just tap through it or slide through it. I don't care, but here it is. And that's all there is to it. It's really not hard to do. Once you learn how to load those Lomo tanks, the processing's really easy. The loading is a little tricky, but I'm telling you, when you learn, it's like pedaling a bike cycle. Before we show the film, I do want to mention, I picked up 3 rolls of this old Ektachrome 7240 several months ago. One of the rolls I processed in my 7 and 7 series. If you didn't see it, check back a few videos ago. I think it was 7 and 7, roll number 6. And I did this Ektachrome 7240 in that roll. And it's a very interesting film. It's a video news film process, or VNF1, and or RVNP. I used ECN2. Now, this is probably going to be, this is the last roll I have. I did process one, and I haven't shown it to you yet. What I'll probably do is the one that I previously processed. Didn't come out great, only because it was shot indoors, and I'll show you later, but we'll see what's on this roll. This may be my next found film. Might be roll number 28. I don't know. You'll have to subscribe to find out, and you'll know for sure. But ECN2, the colors come out halfway decent. If you didn't see the first roll of this, like I say, it's my 7 and 7 episode 6, but I'll put a direct link to it up here somewhere if you want to check it out. But look for this coming soon, and I'll probably, the other roll that was dark, I'll probably include that, maybe part of it in this roll, if it came out. Anyway, without a lot more hippity-hoppity-hoop, what that meant. Here's this film. Sorry. Okay, there you have it. I don't know where that was filmed. Clearly, it's someone in a boat, or people, probably tourists, in a boat somewhere off the shore of somewhere. That gives you any idea. If you recognize any of that, there's clearly a resort of some type on that island, and there's mountains, and there's trillion-dollar homes. Maybe that's what they are. And there's a nutcase that's jumping off the side of a mountain into the water. I only say that because I'm not quite that brave. So if you happen to recognize the area, I highly doubt you'll recognize the people. Although there was one time on the boat where the guy kind of turned and faced the camera. Maybe you recognize somebody. I know that there's some Canadians that watch my channel. Is this Canada? I know there's not a lot to go on, but we might find some more down here. It's very grainy. The film was from the mid-1970s. The emulsion was in really bad shape, and it's exactly what I always get out of this mid-70s Ektachrome 160 film. It kind of gives you the honeycomb emulsion, or the desert that hasn't seen rain in 6 years. You know, you get that sort of that crackling honeycomb alien skin sort of peeling off the back of the emulsion. And that shows through, and it looks like large pieces of grain. Well, it's not, it's the emulsion. But it's a grainy film anyway when you reverse process it and do it as a negative. So again, if you recognize anything, anyone, or if you just like the film, then leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know where it's at. Is that Canada? I don't know. I know the film hailed from Canada. I don't know where it was shot. If you enjoyed this particular video, it would mean a lot to me. It's free. Doesn't cost you, well, it costs you about 9/10 of a second to tap the like button for me. If you would like to see more and keep up with this, my coffee drink, you know, all my crazy goofiness, how about consider that? Subscribing. That's just a picture. It's not a button, but just down at the bottom there, you can click subscribe. You hit the bell, and then you'll know, hit all notifications or something like that. I'm terrible at like describing all this fun social media YouTube stuff because I just like shooting film. But, do all the things that you should do to stay up to date on what I do. And I've got a pretty boring life. So if you want to keep up with my boring life, do all those things. And until the very next time that this boring guy brings you another boring video, well, it's kind of fun, but no idea what that was. But I'll see all of you on the very next go-around.